Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Oxford High School, where we're set for the Chargers game of the week. Our first one since the Christmas break. It's good to be back. Don Brooks along with Bill Morgan, and we're moments away now from the tip-off of the ladies' game here tonight between the Oxford Lady Chargers and the Lady Tigers from Hernando. And Bill, the Oxford Chargers have been playing well of late, 15-5 now on the season. They won the Water Valley round robin last weekend down in Water Valley. Only 2 losses this year, 2 teams within the state of Mississippi. One of them we were there for over in New Albany. A good team in doubt. So this team's a team on the rise, and they're starting to play very well for Coach Nelson.
That's right. Coach Nelson's really done a good job. And, as we enter the mid part of the season here, Oxford Lady Chargers really playing well and losing a couple of tough games there, but played New Albany a very good ball game. But Lady Chargers want to come in tonight and set the tone here at home and get a big victory over a team that's struggling here from Hernando. Lady Chargers looking to really put some points on the board tonight, and they've got some players that can definitely do it.
This is the first game in Region 1-4A, and of course, winning your region, very important in the fact that you draw a bye in the first round of the tournament, the Region 1-4A tournament. 7 teams in the region this year, so getting that #1 seed, very important in getting a first round bye and not having to win but 1 game in order to make it into the playoffs. Oxford in the home white tonight, trimmed in blue and gold, and Hernando coming in with a record of 0-16 on the season. They're in the black, trimmed in gold, and Oxford comes in 15-5, as we said. Starting lineup tonight for the Lady Chargers, number 25 at one guard is Michelle Basaccia. At the other guard, number 34, Amanda Johnson. At center, number 33, Carol Gunn. At another guard, number 15 is Paris Terry. And at forward, number 23, Yoshika Draper. Head coach is Jeff Nelson. And the Chargers, who have been playing very intense defense over the last few games, had a big victory over Water Valley in their last outing last Saturday night. This is our first game after the break, of course. We will be in New Albany on Saturday as the Oxford Chargers men will be battling Winfield, Alabama. That should be an excellent matchup there. A ranked team in the state of Alabama coming to New Albany for a 3 o'clock matchup. As you take a look there at the many championship banners hanging here at Oxford High School gym. We're ready to get this one underway. Maggie Metter will jump it up against Carol Gunn, and we'll be underway. Small crowd so far, should fill in a little bit as we get a little bit further on in the game. Draper with the tip control to the Chargers, and Basaccia will set it up out top. Swings it over to Draper. Yoshika with a little 12-footer in the lane, off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Perry. Ginger Perry in the lineup along with Kathleen Hobbs, Jana Malavasi. Also in, number 33, Amanda Yancey, to go along with Maggie Metter. Hernando looking for their first win, as we said. There's a turnover. Basaccia comes up with the loose ball. Long pass is deflected out of bounds, last touched by the Lady Tigers. Oxford will inbound underneath their own bucket. Just underway here in the first quarter of play. First region game of the year, as we said, so both teams are 0-0, and this is a chance to start fresh as far as hoping to get a high seed for the tournament. Perry in the lane, pull-up jumper is good from 13. Paris Terry, who's had a great season, puts it in for the first 2 of the night. 2-0 Oxford. Full court pressure here by Amanda Johnson, battling against Malavasi, and we got a whistle. And I think a timeout was taken. There was a foul prior to the timeout against the Lady Chargers. Coach Nelson wants a 30-second timeout here, and not sure who they call that foul on. It hasn't been signaled up on the scoreboard as of yet.
Well, it's good to have some of our sponsors back. We had last year done. Dr. Watt Bishop and staff, proud to always be a part of the game here from Oxford High School. Dr. Watt Bishop Orthodontics, located here in Oxford, also Grenada and Tupelo. So 3 offices there. You can visit Dr. Watt Bishop and his staff. Proud to be a part of the high school basketball games right here from the Oxford gym. Dr. Watt Bishop and staff, orthodontics here in Oxford.
We're looking forward to a great second half of the season. We have about 4 regular season games for you, and then hopefully a long extended playoff run with both of these teams. Draper with the steal, drives coast to coast, lays it in, and she's fouled as well. So Draper with a chance now for a three-point play. Good job by Yoshika taking it all the way in and under, able to draw the contact with the body, and now with a chance to make it a 5-0 ball game.
Yeah, of course, we've seen Yoshika quite a bit here last year as well, and she has really improved there. Number 23 is a player here for the Lady Chargers as she completes the play, but she has definitely become a better player as you see this year.
Exactly right here in her senior year, making the All-TV7 team last year. Johnson with the steal, got a layup in a basket. Amanda Johnson. This is still a very young team, and they're getting better and better every time we see them. Full court pressure now, really intense. Hernando's going to have to hurry just to get it across in 10 seconds. Now they throw it across, and it's knocked in bounds. Nice play by Draper. Off to Perry. Here, Terry takes it down the lane, and she's fouled along the way. Paris Terry hammered as she goes down the paint. That'll be 2 shots coming up here for Paris.
Of course, I know this team would like to get back to the days when you and I started covering them the first year there with Meg Banahan, when they really had a state championship caliber team, and definitely I know that's what Coach Nelson would like to get them back to here.
Absolutely. Here's a turnaround no good by Gunn, and they have the potential to get to that point. They really played well at the end of last season, getting all the way down and losing to Raymond, who of course was the eventual state champions. We saw that game prior to the men's game where Raymond defeated Crystal Springs. Johnson up the floor to Draper now. Draper started in, now gives it up to Terry. She'll pull up from 14 feet. That's too hard. Rebound, though, long, comes down to Draper. Back out to Basaccia, and they'll set the offense. 7-0 with 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Hernando's yet to get on the board. Draper flashes in the lane, pulls up 8-footer, too hard off the back iron. Rebound pulled down out of there by Yancey. Coach Tammy Martin directing this Hernando squad. Yancey gets it. Now they'll back it back out. Driving in. Ball knocked away. It's loose. Picked up by Malavasi. She'll put it up. Air ball. And Terry is there to pick it up. Terry will push it up in a hurry to Johnson. Johnson dumps it off to Draper for the nice lay-in. Good unselfish play that time by Amanda Johnson as she looked up and saw Draper wide open for the layup. 5 points now for Yoshika Draper. It's 9-0. Long three-pointer is an air ball again. Yancey battling for it, and it hit the end line out of bounds. It'll be Oxford basketball. Hernando struggling just to get anything close to a good look at the basket right now. Basaccia brings it across. 4:52 to go. Terry comes to meet the pass, drives in the lane, throws up a shot, left it way short, barely caught iron. Draper, though, able to pick up the loose ball. Chargers right now getting all the loose balls on the floor. Now they'll set up the offense with Basaccia out top. They'll set up a play here in the half-court offense. Hernando is matched up man-to-man, it looks like. Johnson along the left wing, now in the middle of the gun. Back out to Basaccia, got an open look from three-point land, and it's good. Michelle Basaccia able to hit a three-pointer, the first one of the night for Oxford. Is 12-0. Bill, if this was ping-pong, it'd be over.
Absolutely.
4:02 to go now. As Hobbs tried to drive, cut off, dumped it down low, out of bounds, and I'm going to say it was the last touch by Oxford. I believe it went off the foot of Draper that time.
I tell you, Oxford just kind of a little relaxed here at the moment. They are such a big lead here to start the game, and Hernando really struggling to get anything going on their end of the court. That defense really strong for the Lady Chargers.
Steal by Gunn, gets it out to Paris Terry. Terry wide open with Johnson, got a layup and a basket. Paris Terry, with her second bucket, she has 4. It's now 14-0. And we got a foul in the backcourt on Johnson. Johnson picks up her second. So 2 now on Amanda Johnson, 2 fouls against the Lady Chargers. We told you, of course, this is the first matchup in Region 1 4A play for these two teams. So both teams are 0-0 right now. Lafayette County actually not opening region play, and a turnaround shot inside won't go. And Hernando is still with a goose egg on the board. Wide open is Draper underneath, and she hits a layup. Right now the Chargers are getting layup after layup, doing a good job of working it around, and Draper already has 7 points, and it's 16-0. Lafayette County is at at New Albany tonight, so they do not open region play until Friday night. And actually Oxford will be out of region play Friday night when they host Tupelo in what should be an excellent basketball game. Be a big test for Coach Nelson's bunch against the #1 ranked Golden Wave from Tupelo, who are still undefeated on the season. Terry in the lane, gonna go up with a 12-footer off the back iron, no good, and the rebound to Hernando. Hobbs will have it. Jumper from the elbow, no good, rebound Draper. Of course, the boys will also have a good matchup against Ricky Hood and Braxton Robbins and that crew over in Tupelo, and Coach Stratton coming out of retirement. They're having a pretty good season, but would probably be a slight underdog playing here against the Chargers on their home floor. Terry on the wing now. Swings it across here to Draper. She's going to take a 15-footer from the side, no good, and the rebound comes down to Metter. 2 minutes and Hernando has still not scored a bucket. Malavaso drives. Back out now to Perry. Metter drives down the lane, shoots a fadeaway. That won't go. Gunn the rebound off the floor, gets it out to Draper. Up the floor in a hurry to Johnson. She's got a layup and a bucket. Johnson had broken down the floor that time, and Draper a good job looking up and found her. And now Johnson with her second bucket is 4-0. 18-0 the score. Terry reached in, took it away from Perry. And we're going to have a jump ball possession in favor of Hernando. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen a team go scoreless in the first quarter, but we're looking at it right here. In the lane, shot is up and good, and they get off the 0 mark with a bucket underneath by Amanda Yancey. 18-2, Hernando on the board. Nice steal that time by Metter. She stepped in the passing lane, took it away. Hernando with the basketball, they'll bring it up. Ball's loose, stolen again by Draper. 50 seconds to go, plenty of time. Draper up the floor, dumps it off to Johnson. Johnson, left-handed shot, won't go. Rebound comes out to Versace, finds Terry at the free throw line, 15-footer, no good. Another rebound for Johnson, she sticks it up and in. Good job that time, Johnson getting it over the taller defender in Metter, able to get her 6th point of the night, and it's 20-2 with 30 seconds remaining here in the first. All Lady Chargers here in the first quarter. Much as we pretty much anticipated this, a team that came in without a win on the season. Ball is loose, and Johnson's going to come up with a loose ball. 8 seconds. Johnson will have to hurry to get it up the floor. Nice move down the lane, scoops it up, no good. Rebound is loose, and that's going to run out the first quarter clock. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. All Lady Chargers here after 8 minutes of action here from Oxford High School. It's the Chargers 20, Hernando Tigers 2. We're going to take a break and be back with more basketball action. You're watching Galaxy Cable Vision Channel 12. Back in just a moment. (20-2) as we open the second quarter. Oxford on top of the Hernando Lady Tigers in first region game of the season. Zone defense now for the Lady Tigers, and Draper able to drive down to the basket and get an easy bucket, able to weave her way in that time. 9 points here in the first half for Yoshika Draper, leading the Chargers in scoring. There's a nice bounce pass down low and a bucket for number 15, Courtney Owens, who's just checked into the basketball game. 22-4 now. Johnson brings it to the left side of the floor. Terry drives in the paint. Shot is up off the iron, no good. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Hernando. So the Chargers will keep it. Crowd's beginning to fill in a little bit. They're having a soccer game here also tonight, just across the street behind the school here. So maybe some of the fans will come over from it. Once it's over, as Gunn gets the shot down low and is able to lay it in.
Well, Don, she just used her height that time. Gunn reached up and grabbed it and just put it straight up. So used her height definitely for advantage that time.
Gunn with her first bucket. And now all 5 starters have scored for Oxford. A jump ball on the floor, and it'll go to Hernando. Of course, the Ole Miss Rebels are in action right now as well against Kentucky, so that could also be a reason a lot of the locals may be at home watching that one. If so, of course, we're glad you could join us here on whether you're watching on Thursday night or Saturday morning. And next week, our game of the week will be Winfield, Alabama against Oxford, coming from the Hot Bed Classic over in New Albany on Saturday afternoon. If you're watching the replay, come on over and watch it. That should be a great game. Gunn with a strong rebound, but then she lost it out of bounds as she tried to dump it back to Basaccia, who was not right behind her as she thought. It went out of bounds to Hernando.
I tell you, Gunn's doing a good job reaching up, grabbing the board. She's really done good here tonight on the boards, and great rebounding by number 33 using her height there.
Hernando to inbound it, and Draper slaps it out of bounds. Talking about that Hotbed Classic, there's some good games going on over there, Bill. Of course, right after Oxford plays, Corinth, who is ranked in the state, will be taking on Columbus. That should be a good one as well.
Oh, it'd be a great one. I'd love to stick around and see some of that one.
Draper with the steal. She goes coast to coast and lays it in again. Draper having a great first half, 11 points for her. Showing us why she was preseason pick as one of the top players in the state here for her senior year. Bounce pass, jumpers up and good, and now Courtney Owens with back-to-back buckets for Hernando and cuts the lead back to 20. 26-6 is the score. Draper on the left side. Hernando back in that 2-3 zone. They're trying to front Gunn. They lob over the defense, and Gunn able to make a nice catch and the bucket. 4 now for Carol Gunn. 28-6 the score. Terry is all over that. That's a 5-second call. No travel. It would have been one or the other.
Yeah.
And so Oxford gets it back as number 32, Jamie Banks, will check into the basketball game.
Well, Terry really had her covered well, and this Hernando team really struggling here against a very improved Oxford team coming out in this 2002 division play season.
Yeah, it all starts with the defense for the Chargers, able to get some good shots down low, and that's what they've been able to do tonight. Gunn with the rebound, not there, but Draper the follow, and she is pushed and fouled. And so Draper will step to the line. This has been a well-played girls game. You know, a lot of times you see ladies action where you have a ton of fouls, but not tonight. Only 2 fouls on each team here in the first half. The referees have let them play, and it's been a well-played, fluent type of ball game, even with the Chargers in such a big lead.
You know, Don, talking about the Corinth game versus Columbus, I'd love to see, I believe it's Brian Brown, the quarterback, say he's an excellent player on the court. That's just a tremendous athlete, so Columbus will definitely be on the lookout for his number.
Absolutely. You know, we saw him last year in a tournament over in Tupelo against Lafayette.
Right.
He's a tremendous leaper. He can really get off the floor. 5'11", he can dunk it relatively easy. So he's just a great athlete, and I think we'll see him in college football next year as a defensive back more than likely. Draper with the steal. Pass up to Terry. Terry pushing up the floor here. Didn't have the numbers, tried to drive anyway, and fortunately able to control it in the corner. Terry now will pull up from a 10-foot jumper, rattles around, won't go. Gunn another rebound, sticks it up and in. Right now Gunn is controlling the boards here against this second unit for Hernando. They have a lot of their reserve players on the floor right now, and Gunn having her way with 6 second quarter points. 32-6. Pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound Basaccia. They'll push in a hurry. Here come the Chargers. Dumps it off. Back out. Terry's got a 15-footer from the elbow. No good. Terry's a little cold tonight. There's a pass down low for Johnson, a little too hard, and it goes out of bounds to Hernando.
Well, that's about the only thing Oxford's given them is when they just turn it over, and that's been very rare here tonight because they've controlled the boards and they're just outplaying them in every aspect of the game. And a rare turnover there by the Lady Chargers and giving Hernando just a little chance here to get some life in the game.
4 minutes to go now, so we're midway through the second quarter, and carrying is the call here against Jamie Banks. So another turnover for Lady Tigers. You know, we really got the potential this year in our area to see a lot of good girls teams make it to the playoffs. Of course, with Bruce and South Pontotoc, both of those teams very good chances to make it back in the top 6 in the state. There's a lob for Gunn. That one's too long. Really, in the regular season, as far as high school basketball is concerned, you're really only playing for position in the tournament, because even if you finish first in your district during the season, you still have to win the tournament or finish second. So it's really the only advantage is, like we said earlier, you get that first round bye as the #1 seed. Draper swings it out top to Bisaccia. She'll drive down the lane. Wanted to dump it off to Gunn on a little give and go. Didn't work, but she got it right back. Now they'll lob to Gunn. Nice pass, and Gunn throws it straight up, and it comes right down through.
Wow.
8 points for Carol Gunn, having a good second quarter down low. They're just posting her up, lobbing it over the defense, and really able to get some easy buckets. Although Metter is back in, Johnson that time was confused on whether to give it up or take the shot. She traveled. Metter has come back in, number 13, so she matches up fairly well height-wise with Carol Gunn. Some of the starting unit is back on the floor now for the Lady Tigers. Gunn that time reaching around and is going to get called for the foul over the back. That'll be the first on Carol Gunn. Just the third team foul against the Chargers. So you won't have any foul problems tonight, it doesn't look like, for either team. And Coach Nelson going to get a lot of the younger players in, I'm sure, in the second half. We'll see a whole lot. So far, he stayed with his starting unit. And really, you know, you take this game, Bill, as a tune-up for Friday night, because you want to work on some things, and it's really a good game to play right before you get to Tupelo, because you can work on a lot of different stuff.
Absolutely, Tupelo, and that's what I was going to say. Coach Nelson probably trying to run certain plays and do some things here in this first half with his starters, getting ready for quite a challenge Friday night for this team.
Good tough defense that time by Johnson, and finally they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Amanda Johnson, which will be her third. So even though the Lady Chargers have only committed 4 fouls, 3 of those are charged to Johnson. So she may have to take a seat now with the 3 fouls. We'd love to be here Friday night. We also have you and I be in Pontotoc, though, for South Pontotoc and Pontotoc, and that should be an excellent ball game as well. And being a key region matchup for those two teams as far as pushing their way to the top of the league. Terrible pass. Draper picks it up. She'll race to the other end, and Draper jump layup is good. 15 first half points for Yoshika Draper. Drive, blocked from behind. Here comes Bisaccia out of there. 3-on-1 break. Draper fumbles it out of bounds, though, and it'll go back to Hernando. So a rare first half turnover here for the Lady Chargers. Will give it back to the Lady Tigers.
You know, because of clean play done, it's a fast first half. I know some first quarters it's been this long. So this game's going by fairly quick here.
You and I love that, too.
Oh, yeah.
We always talk about girls' games seem to go by very, very slow. Carol Gunn with a block.
Wow.
That got the crowd going across the way. Here comes Bisaccia up the floor, minute 22 to go. Johnson, nobody picked her up. Another Oxford layup. Amanda Johnson with 8. Yancey trying to get free, couldn't do it. Throws it away again. Draper with another layup. And Draper's going to lay it in.
Wow.
17 first half points for Yoshika Draper. She probably won't play a whole lot in the second half, so probably won't have a chance to pad those stats anymore. But Meta turnaround jumper, barely caught iron. Offensive rebound, and really and truly, Hobbs that time had a shot. Tried to bounce it off instead and ends up going off out of bounds. That's a nice pass and a layup in a bucket. Good inbounds pass to Yancey. Her second bucket of the night is 42-8. 15 seconds. Chargers will take the final shot here. Terry comes to get it. Gets in the paint. Puts up the shot and scores. 6 points for Paris Terry. 6 seconds to go. 44-8. And Hernando working it up. And that should do it. And like you said, a 30-minute first half. Very well played by the Oxford Chargers as they came out intense defensively. That set the tone and were able to get layup after layup, and that's been the difference here. 17 first half points for Yoshika Draper as she outscored Hernando, almost doubled them up in fact. And the Chargers lead at halftime over Hernando by the score of 44-8. We're going to give you some first half stats here in just a few moments. But first, let's cut away and hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with more Charger basketball right after this. Halftime here at Oxford High School as you take a look at some of the crowd here across the way in what has been all Lady Chargers here through the first half, up 44-8 here at halftime. And really, they took control from the very beginning, scoring the first 18 points, I believe. It was 18-0 before Hernando was able to get on the board toward the end of the first quarter. First half stats for you. First of all, for the Hernando Lady Tigers, Amanda Yancey, 2 field goals for 4 points. Courtney Owens with 2 buckets off the bench for 4 points, and that's it. 8 points for the Lady Tigers at halftime. Oxford was led by Yoshika Draper, who had a great first half, 17 points to lead the way. 10 points out of Carol Gunn, all of those in the second quarter, as she really done a good job down in the low post for the Lady Chargers. 8 points for Amanda Johnson on 4 buckets. 6 points on 3 field goals for Paris Terry. And Michelle Basacci also got in the scoring with a 3-pointer. She had 3 points. Oxford went to the line twice, made them both. 2 for 2. Hernando did not go to the free throw line. So can you believe, Bill, we got a game here at halftime where only 2 free throws have been taken in the first half. And Oxford's they already back out here shooting. Not much you can talk about at halftime if you're Coach Nelson.
That's right. Probably just to tell you starters, get ready to sit a while in the second half, and let's get some young players in and get them some game time. But yeah, very clean first half of play, and rare do you see only 2 free throws taken, but definitely Hernando coming in outmatched tonight. You're seeing 2 levels of basketball teams here.
Men's game, of course, will be coming up after this one, and which Oxford will be a heavy favorite in that one as well. That they're playing a lot better. Also, Coach Tyler's team having played 2 games since the Christmas break. They played Charleston on Thursday night down in the Water Valley tournament, then played Water Valley in the championship game and won rather easily in that one. So they're trying to get back to their winning ways here in the second half of play. Already lost 6 games, which is uncharacteristic for this team, but playing a tough schedule, and really they went through a little stage there where they were struggling. They were in a slump. Hopefully they've come out of that now.
Absolutely, and you can tell they were ready to play tonight and get a big W. As you said, this is a good game going into the Tupelo game because you can get a lot of confidence here as they've already gotten them. All they really needed was a first half in this one, but excuse me, they will be challenged Friday, no doubt. The #1 team in the state, Nancy Gray, brings her team in, led by, of course, Tiffany Garth, and a host of talent and a bench of depth there, and a lot of those girls can play. And I saw them play done at Pontotoc, and I tell you, they were just absolutely dominating and fun to watch. So it'll be a challenge, but it'll make the Lady Chargers a better team because of it, and really have them ready for division play. So Coach Nelson, maybe they can stay real close and make it a ball game for 4 quarters.
And really, you think about it, they're 20-something and 0 on the season. I'm not sure, 22, 23 and 0, something like that. But if you go back to last year, winning the state championship. Their winning streak is probably at 30-some-odd games long without a loss. So it's been a long time since those girls have tasted defeat. And Oxford, you know, it's going to be a tough task to upset the Lady Golden Wave, but, you know, that opportunity, you really would like the opportunity to play them here on your home floor and give it a shot, and that's what they got.
And you never know. Look at Lafayette boys beating Tupelo. So, of course, they've split on the season, but the boys' game should be interesting as well. We know what Oxford is capable of doing. Of course, Tupelo with, as you said, with Braxton Robbins. I mean, definitely, it should be a great game here as well. It should be 2 games. I hate we're not going to be here to see that.
All right, let's take a break and hear from some more sponsors. We'll be back for the second half here in just a few moments. Stay with us. Second half underway here from Oxford High School. We're glad you could join us here for our game of the week here for the Oxford Chargers. Chargers next matchup here on Channel 12 will be against Winfield, Alabama. There's a jumper good for Portia Blackman who has come in. Let's try to give you the lineup on the floor right now for Oxford. 5 new players in. Portia Blackman, Candace Brown, Cynthia McLean on the floor along with Brittany Murphy and also Whitney Joy. So 5 new starters coming in for the second half. Hernando with their starters. Nice steal by Blackman up to Murphy. Driving layup is up and good. Rattled around, centered and fell. Murphy with her first bucket. And Oxford opens the second half much like they did the first. 48-8. They're up by 40. Murphy nearly with a steal. Now the ball kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Oxford. 7:05 remaining here in the third quarter. We may see the clock running here in the second half, even during the timeouts. Tie up and possession goes to Hernando. You know, you and I, Bill, were talking about the Bruce and Vardaman game earlier this year, a lopsided game as you would expect. But Vardaman scored 16 points, and that was the lowest I ever remembered a team scoring. So we'll see if Hernando can beat that tonight. Blackman up the floor. Murphy was breaking free. Another layup and a bucket. Oxford has had more shots in the paint tonight. I would say 80 or 90% of their shots have been layups or shots in the lane. They've had some good looks. Only 1 3-pointer, and that was by Versace. That's a charging foul against Metters. Metter took it strong and ran right over the Charger defender. So an offensive foul against Metter. That'll be her first. Oxford will take it the length of the floor now.
Yeah, Oxford's had very little defense to deal with here tonight. They've had some good looks, and it's almost as if Hernando not even challenging some of the plays. The Lady Chargers have really had some great looks inside tonight.
Brown had it knocked out of bounds from behind. Really, I got to give the officials some credit here. They're not calling every little thing. They're letting the girls play right now. And McLean for 3. Yes, Cynthia McLean behind the circle hits a 3-pointer. 53-8. Turnaround shot in the lane, won't go. Rebound McLean. Blackman blocked by Metter. There's Joy to pick it up. She gets a layup. So now 9 different Chargers have scored. All 4 of the 5 that have started the second half have scored now, all except for Candace Brown. We'll see if we can get her on the board. Murphy with a steal. Up the floor to McLean. McLean will take it down low, throws it up no good, drew the foul. And Cynthia McLean will step to the free throw line to shoot 2. It'll be only the 3rd free throw of the night here for the Lady Chargers.
Well, the bench has come in and really kept the level of play high here for Oxford. I think we'll see everybody tonight done get out on the floor and play for the Lady Chargers. The bench really contributing well here as they started the second half of play. No need for the starters to be in, and they keep it up here.
No question, and we will see the entire lineup tonight for the Chargers. And I would doubt we'll see any of the starters here in the second half. Give them some rest, get them ready for this weekend. Second free throw, good. McLean hit them both. She has 5. 57-8. And you did hear us right. 57-8 the score. Oxford on top by, what's that, 48?
It's getting hard to add.
Defensive pressure is all over them. You know, and you look at this game, and now nobody can accuse Oxford of running up the score at all because they have 5 new starters on the floor, and you can't ask those girls not to play 100%.
Right.
Brown with the shot no good, and McLean able to draw the foul. We had a little controversy a couple of weeks ago over New Albany, a game you and I did between New Albany and Bruce. And can you believe New Albany, as strong a team as they are, some of the people were accusing Bruce of running up the score on them.
I tell you what, that's when you can definitely know that you've got a ball club if you're Coach Stallings. New Albany is a very good team, but just absolutely didn't know what hit them that first half of play. Never could recover, and he didn't play. Coach Stallings didn't go to the bench a whole lot there until late in the game, but Coach Nelson on just the opposite here. He's got his starters sitting, and a good chance for these young girls here to really get some playing time. Although the level competition's not of equal, it still gets them on the floor in front of a crowd and gets them a chance to play some ball.
Absolutely, and the girls you're going to rely on maybe not this year, but definitely some this year, and then of course in the future as well. Second free throw, McLean hits them both. She's able to hit both free throws, 4 for 4 now from the line, and Oxford 6 for 6 on the night. 7 points for McLean here in the second half. 4:50 to go. Double team now. There's a travel.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about that one, as Banks, a little out of control, turns it over. A long night for head coach Tammy Martin.
You know, Don, I ain't seen Lafayette this year, but, you know, this 4A region, you've got to really like these Lady Chargers here in the north, because they really are showing tonight that they're gonna make a run for it. And like I said, we got Lafayette coming up later on, and that should be an interesting game.
Yeah, especially now that the defending champions in 4A they dropped to 3A in Holly Springs, so you don't have to contend with them anymore. And
right.
So Oxford has to be the favorite, I would think, in this region. Don't know a whole lot about. Maybe we'll get a chance to ask Coach Nelson a little bit later tonight if we can catch up with him about the region and who the teams are to beat. We don't know much about Tishomingo and Alcorn Central, but we do know none of them are ranked. So Blackman offensive rebound, and she puts it up and in.
Would Shannon be a region game for this team?
Absolutely. You got
right.
Shannon, Hernando, Oxford, Lafayette, Tishomingo, Alcorn, and Saltillo.
Right.
And none of those teams are ranked in any of the polls that I know of. As Oxford turns it over here. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. 61-8 is your score.
Well, Oxford's been close in the past. You know, we covered them in Tishomingo County in the tournament last year. Lafayette a couple of years back making it to Jackson, but getting beat. But they've yielded some good girls teams in Lafayette County here.
You know, and Oxford really caught the toughest draw of anybody last year, having to go to Raymond. If they play anybody else, they probably advance to the north half,
right,
which was here in Oxford. You know, you got a chance to finish in the top 3. They could have easily made it down to Jackson if things had fallen their way a little bit more. 4A is a tough region, but it's not very tough in this area. Really, you look at it, most of the tough teams are down in the Jackson area,
right,
both in girls and boys. Greenwood, of course, a couple years ago had an excellent boys team. Nice steal by Murphy. Murphy picked her pocket. Lays it up and in.
I'm like you, Don. I think during timeouts, I bet the clock run.
63-8.
Just forget where the button is.
Blocking foul called here against Whitney Joy. You
saw that high-scoring affair with Greenwood here. That was a heck of a game. I wasn't personally here. But that, I know you talked about that game. I saw it, of course, but heck of a ball game against a great Oxford team, too.
Yeah, probably one of the better games that I have covered since I've been covering basketball over about 8 years now. And that had to rank probably in the top 10. Both teams shot a very high percentage. Neither team could stop the other one. A lot of athletic plays by two fine ball clubs, and really a unfortunate loss for the Chargers. They had a good team 2 years ago and not able to make it to the playoffs, but made them hungry. And they came back last year, of course, and everybody knows what happened there.
Of course, T.L. Weston was a thorn in the side also here and in Jackson. You know, they had some guys that could play. Didn't have anybody over about 6'4", but those guys could shoot the lights out at times.
That's right. And of course, T.L. Weston, they're gone now. They merged with Greenville, so there is no T.L. Weston anymore.
Right. Well, I
knew
he'd get tired of playing after a while.
Hernando's going to try a three here. That's no good. They still haven't scored in the second half, very much like the first half. They didn't score until about 1:20 to go in the first quarter, and now same thing here in the second as Joy gets another layup. (65-8). The only thing cold about the Chargers right now is the ones that haven't gotten the game yet.
Right.
And they'll be in there shortly. Minute 38 to go here in the third quarter.
Of course, we'll try to talk with Coach Nelson, talk about the big game coming up with the Lady Golden Wave here.
Shot underneath, rolls off the iron, no good, out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Chargers. Oxford may have a chance to put a little revenge factor on Hernando after back in football. You know, you and I were there. We saw a fake punt right at the end of the game when Hernando was way up in the game, and we talked about that as being just a terrible call. So maybe they haven't forgot about that.
That's right. Well, if they wanted revenge, they're definitely getting in this game. I can't speak for the game coming up, but this one's been over from the beginning, from the very first whistle.
Hernando with a chance to score here in the second half. Free throw coming up, and it is good. So they're on the board. Megan Lee, number 55, with the free throw, and that's the first free throw of the night for Hernando. Second was too hard. Lee got it back, stuck it up, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Blackman. Oxford up by 56 here at the minute 10 mark. Three-pointer for Brown, no short. Brown trying to get in the scorebook. And Hernando will bring it up with 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. He'll try a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball is the call. No, I think it was 3 years ago when we covered Oxford here in the North Half Championship. And Hernando was one of those teams here, so they are not too far removed from having a quality program but in the men's, but I understand they are down this year. Candace Brown hits a three, and she's in the scorebook. So all 10 Chargers that have towed the floor have scored. There's another three-pointer. That's another air ball also. Oxford the rebound. They'll bring it back. Brown bringing it into the front court. Dumped it off, but threw it behind Joy and out of bounds. 22 seconds to go, and Bill, I hope you have some material here for the fourth quarter.
I got a feeling you can come up with some things.
Well, the Survivor's over now, so we can't talk about that. Three-pointer, and it comes down to McLean. Hernando without a field goal here in the third quarter. Murphy's shot is off the back iron, no good. Tipped around, controlled by Blackman. She'll turn and fire and hits. Portia Blackman at the horn with her 6th point. And so the second unit comes in to start the second half, and they extend the lead even more. And defensively, they hold Hernando without a field goal in the third quarter, 70-9 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. Be back with more in just a few moments. Casey Perry, but not able to hit him. McLean. Joy for three from the corner, and it's no good. Brown the rebound, sticks it up and in. Candace Brown has 5. Coach Nelson getting this second unit a lot of playing time tonight. Valuable playing time as they get into the heart of the season. There's a nice shot left wing, and it's up and good for Christina Harwood. Her first bucket, and the first bucket of the second half for Hernando is 72-11. Blackman at the free throw line, back out to Murphy. Down low to Blackman, she turns. Brown's going to shoot another three from the corner and hits another one.
Wow.
Candace Brown showing some range tonight. 2 3-pointers, 8 points now in the game. All in the last 2 minutes. There's a three-pointer top of the key. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Perry. Perry back out. Shot is up and good from the right elbow for Jana Malavasa.
You sure about that last name?
No, but I figured it was close enough.
Close enough.
I didn't figure we'd have too many folks from Hernando calling us.
Right.
Three-pointer, no good from McLean. Of course, that's the 55 roadblock up there.
That's right.
Hernando High School. 15-footer left side, good. Back-to-back buckets for Harwood. 75-15.
And also home of one of the top football prospects in the stadium, or for that matter, in the nation, Don.
No question. You got Big Delwan Robinson, and still undecided where he's going. Bounced twice that time for Brown, but wouldn't go down. Got a chance to be one of the top defensive linemen in the country next year. Very good chance he'll play as a freshman. Long two-pointer is good. Perry finally hits it. And Hernando now going on a little bit of a run. 6 points here in the fourth quarter. Murphy flashing down the paint, back out to Brown. Brown has had the hot hand, but that one's a little bit too far behind the circle. Rebound to Hernando. Harwood then throws it right back to McLean. Up to Murphy. Murphy 1-on-3. He's going to take it down the lane. Beautiful shot in the bucket. Brittany Murphy with a looked like a George Gervin move. The Iceman there with a finger roll.
Don, this one I wish I had instant replay. That'd be a nice one to show again. That was a nice move there. Excuse me, by Murphy. That really got the crowd into the game. Boy, these youngsters playing well here for Coach Nelson.
77-17. The free throw is short, no good. Rebound to Hernando. And that's the first miss of the night for Oxford there. 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. Murphy picked up her first. There's a shot, no good for Harwood. She has hit a couple from over there. Malavasi with the free throw, a three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Candace Brown. 5 minutes to go in the ball game, 77-17. McLean splits the defenders and got a nice look inside. McLean has 9 here, all in the second half. Well, really, the Chargers here in the second half of the season haven't been tested yet. They've had 3 games, Charleston, Water Valley, and now Hernando, and none of them have been up to the caliber of the Chargers. McLean that time lost the ball as she tried to make, Murphy lost the ball and is called for traveling, and now we're going to see several substitutions into the basketball game here for the Chargers. Delia Gilliam is in the game along with Coretta Campbell, number 11, number 21, Emily Bingner, and 24, Christina Morrow. They'll join Portia Blackman on the floor here for the final 4:19 of the basketball game. 79-17. Shot from the corner, an air ball comes down to Blackman. Blackman pushes it up, and only an offensive foul called on Blackman. Malavasi hit the deck that time, and they called Blackman for the charge. That's going to be her first. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Neither team has been over the limit at all in this game. And a foul, and let's see, they may give her 3 shots here as Perry was close to being behind the three-point line. I'm not sure if they're going to say she was shooting 3 or not. I haven't seen the signal yet, but we'll see here momentarily. Shot is up and bounces around and falls.
Well, real quick, we'll mention a couple of more sponsors. Johnson's Furniture on West Jackson, proud to be a part of the game. Johnson's Discount Furniture here in Oxford, a huge furniture showroom. Always proud to sponsor the Lady Chargers. Also, Belt Ford on Highway 6. Go by and see Belt Ford and Oxford Toyota, another sponsor here today.
Second free throw was no good. Hernando's 2 out of 4 from the line on the night. Blackman turns, shoots, misses, got it back though. Spins, shoots again, no good. Rebound comes down to Bingner. Shot up by Blackman, no good. Another offensive rebound and a bucket. Christina Morrow gets her first bucket. 11 different players have scored now for the Lady Chargers. Three-pointer is up, no good this time. Rebound Bingner, and Bingner is called for double dribble. (81-18). Malavasi with a nice shot. Malavasi make it maybe. Ball deflected out of bounds. Oxford will maintain possession. 81-20. Turnaround shot by Gillum is no good. Gillum got it back, stuck it up and in. (83-20). Three-point shot, top of the key is too hard. Rebound to Oxford. Looked like a bumping foul there, but no call, and a good no call at this point of the game with 2:39 to go. And jump ball gives it to the Chargers. In the lane to Bingner. Swings it back out. Morrow drives down low. Lost the handle. Put up the shot, no good. Rebound is battled for down low. And coming out of there with it is Campbell. And a foul called here against Hernando's number 22. That's Kathleen Hobbs. Non-shooting foul, the third foul against Hobbs. Looks like the Lady Tigers are going to drop to 0-17. Oxford's going to go to 16-5 on the season. We told you only 2 of those losses to in-state to Mississippi. One of those to New Albany and the other one, I think, to Bruce. So 2 very fine teams that Oxford has lost to, and then they lost 3 games in Texas in that tournament in Longview, Texas. So really, the only losses for this squad have been against quality opponents.
That's right, and that speaks highly of your team, and you know you've got some potential there when you can hang with some very tough opponents like that. Some of those losses, very close games.
Wild series of events there. Finally, it went out of bounds to Hernando with 1:42 to go. 83-20 is your score. Three-pointer left wing, good. Big bucket there for number 5, Ginger Perry. (83-23), ball knocked away, and we got a whistle and a foul. And they call it on number 11 of Oxford, Coretta Campbell. That is her first 6th foul now against Oxford, but only 1:15 remaining.
Yeah, the boys are going to get out a little bit earlier tonight, done than they're accustomed to coming on the floor. This game has really went by in a hurry.
Really has, and that's the kind that we like. It's just over an hour now. Hour and 3 minutes so far, I believe. So if you're used to getting there at a certain time to see only the boys game, you may miss a little bit tonight.
You may miss the first quarter.
Jump ball down low. We'll give it to Hernando. 54 seconds remaining. Perry's going to try a three, and it's no good over the top. Campbell with the rebound, 45 seconds to go. Campbell had the ball knocked away and stolen by Ginger Perry. Back the other way come the Lady Tigers. Shot up, no good, and officials not giving you the close foul calls tonight. As Malavasi tried to lean in and draw the foul, didn't get the call. Blackman's going to try a three, left wing, got it. 9 points for Portia Blackman.
Don, I know by now you picked a player of the game. It may be a tough one here tonight.
Well, I think you got to give it to Yoshika Draper. She had 17 points there in that first half and was everywhere on the defensive end and was able to get lots of pushes up the floor and some easy layups. So Yoshika Draper is our player of the game. Oxford wins it. 86-25 is the final. An easy win tonight for Coach Nelson's team and a good tune-up as they get ready for the Golden Wave from Tupelo coming in here on Friday night. They're now 3-0 in the second half of the season and 16-5 overall on the season. Yoshika Draper led the way with 17 points. Let's give you the rest of the stats here real quickly. For Hernando, they were led by Ginger Perry. Perry had 5 points in the ball game. 4 points for Jana Malavasi. 4 points for Christina Harwood. 4 points for Amanda Yancey. And 4 points for Courtney Owens. 3 for Casey Perry. And 1 point for Megan Lee. Hernando was 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. 50% on the night. Oxford was led by our player of the game, Yoshika Draper, who had 17 points. All of those in the first half, of course. The starters did not play in the second half of action. Also in double figures tonight, 10 points, Carol Gunn. 9 points for Cynthia McLean. 9 for Portia Blackman. 8 points for Candace Brown, including 2 3-pointers. 8 points for Amanda Johnson. 8 points for Brittany Murphy. 6 points for Paris Terry. Whitney Joy had 4. Michelle Basaccia had a 3-pointer for 3 points. Christina Morrow had 2. And Dalia Gillum also had 2. Oxford was 6 out of 7 from the charity stripe in the ball game. They're now 16-5 on the year as they win it 86-25. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the boys' game, give you the starting lineup, and some more right after these messages. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone, as we get set for men's action here tonight. Let's give you the starting lineups. First of all, for the Hernando Tigers, number 23, Larry Henderson. Number 24, Danny Forbes. Number 10 is Crandall Cragen. Number 5, Ernest Hayes. And number 51, Brandon Rogers. Hernando just 2-14 on the season as they open Region 1 4A here tonight. Coach Usselton at the helm for the Tigers. They'll wear the black. Oxford's going to wear their home gold tonight as the Charger players are getting ready to be introduced here in just a moment. Oxford comes in 14-6. Defending state champions, of course, under head coach Drew Tyler, who has done a tremendous job here at the helm. Rico McThune, number 15, a senior, 5'9", will start at one guard. And also at the other guard, number 4, the junior, 6'4" tall, Vincent Camper. At forward is number 3, senior Anthony Coran. And also number 22, Chris Barber. And at center, number 33, senior Andrew Westmoreland. It's been a while since we've seen this Charger unit. Way back before Christmas, and it's good to be back to see them tonight and in what we expect to be maybe a tune-up for Tupelo, because this Hernando team undermanned tonight, just 2-14 on the season. If you look at them, absolutely no size at all, Bill.
Right, I was floor side a moment ago, and I don't really think they had anybody taller than I am, but I tell you, yeah, they really are undersized here tonight. I hadn't seen Oxford since the New Albany game, so it's been a while for me. So they struggled a little bit in the first half of that game, but I know they're much improved now. Coach Tyler's got them ready to play, and they know what they have to do. This team is a veteran team that's been to Jackson. They know how to play and get ready when it gets early February, mid-February, and mid-January. So I look to see a different team here tonight in Oxford.
Hopefully, maybe we can see a dunk or two tonight. No, I was complaining the other night. I haven't seen a dunk all year, and the big guy from Houston, 6'8", comes in and gets 2 of them right off the bat. And then Dedrick Clark also gets one. The first 3 buckets were all dunks.
Yeah, you got 3 dunks in about 2 minutes, so kind of caught you up there a little bit.
That's right. Westmoreland will jump it up against Rogers. Westmoreland easily controls the tip over to Barber. We're underway. Alley-oop pass right off the bat, a little bit underthrown and intercepted. So Hernando comes up with the steal. They tried to get the alley-oop to Camper. Same way Oxford started a lot of games when they had Benny Denton, was with that alley-oop lob right off the bat. Cragen drives the lane, throws up a little swinging shot, no good. Tipped up and in, however, by Brandon Rogers, and Hernando's on the board, 2-0. Camper gets it to Westmoreland. He'll fire a 3, top of the key, off the back iron, no good. Long rebound comes right back to him, underneath to Camper. Camper with a little pass off to Westmoreland, deflected away. Good defensive job by Rogers. Hernando will bring it into the front court now. Oxford in a man-to-man as usual. There's a drive. That's a travel. He got away with it. Shot up no good. Rebound Westmoreland, and a foul over the back against Rogers.
Well, Westmoreland really taking that size and getting his body in there, and a great job there by Andrew to draw the foul. And he had the big game the other night in the round robin at Water Valley, as he had, I think, 25 points. So Westmoreland leading the way here last week. A very seasoned player here for Coach Tyler.
Camper pulls up with a long 2, short on the iron, no good. Rebound Henderson. Henderson, one of those names I remember from the football team. 3-pointer from the corner is an air ball, and the rebound comes down to Barber in the corner. Barber lost it, tips it away now, and it's still loose on the floor. Finally, the Tigers are going to come up with it. They'll bring it up here with Hayes. Hayes, hesitation drive, and a blocking foul is called against the Chargers on Coran, I believe. That is his first foul and the team first. Minute and a half gone by here. Good look in the lane, up no good though. Shot is loose, rebound Coran. He'll push it up to McThune. McThune gives it off to Westmoreland. Nice dish and the layup in the bucket, and a foul to boot. Good look by McThune that time, able to find Westmoreland flashing down the paint for the layup in the bucket. And Rogers picks up his second foul here in the first quarter, and Westmoreland now will try to complete the 3-point play.
McThune does a good job running the point for this Oxford team. He has good vision on the court, and of course, again, the big game experience he got last year really helped him out. The senior there, McThune, doing a great job for the Chargers there to find the big man Westmoreland, and Oxford able to complete a good play here.
Free throw rattles out. Camper to follow is too hard. Westmoreland sets up for 3, got it top of the key. So Westmoreland with a 5-point trip that time. How many times do you see that?
Wow.
5-2 Chargers. Hernando breaks it across. Henderson scooping down the lane, trying to look like Dr. J there. Not able to go. Coran back the other way to McThune. Rico Didn't have the numbers. He backs it out. Westmoreland now swings it around in the corner. Camper. Camper will drive. Out top, Barber will try a three. That one's up off the iron, no good. Tipped up, no good. Westmoreland battling hard, lost it, and it went out of bounds. Off the foot of Andrews, so it will go to Hernando. Both teams a little slow offensively getting it going right now. 5-2, we're 5:45 remaining in the first quarter. Long pass up the court, that's nowhere close to a Hernando player. Camper slams it home, they call a charge. There's one of your moves of the year, but they wave it off. They say a charge on Vince Camper.
I tell you, it'll still be good for our highlights tape, Don. Nice move there by Camper, showing his athleticism here.
Camper with his first. We haven't seen a dunk like that since, you remember Benny Denton dunked over Calhoun City that time 2 or 3 years ago? That was a wonderful.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah. You know you got a good dunk when the people in Calhoun City talked about that one. 5:28 to go. Oxford up 5-2. Barber now will run the point here for the Chargers. McThune comes to get it. They were looking for the alley-oop, I thought. Way McThune was looking up toward the basket. Westmoreland comes to meet the pass. Barber slithers in, gets the bucket. Chris Barber with his first field goal is 7-2. 7-0 run now for the Chargers. Henderson double team. They get it across though to Cragen. Cragen drives, pull up 15-footer, good. Crandall Cragen. Robert Cates would call him double C. McThune thought about the three, then tried to dump it back. Westmoreland down on the block, spins. Nice move, got the bucket and he's fouled. Andrew Westmoreland drew the contact and was strong enough to get it to go. He's got 7 here in the first quarter, and it's now 9-4, 5-point Oxford lead.
Well, he's really gotten stronger in the offseason. That's where the size and strength comes in, able to follow through and still get the bucket and draw the foul, and a great play there by Westmoreland. He's a fine player here for Coach Tyler.
Short on the free throw, though, and that's uncharacteristic. Andrews missed 2 now in a row. 9-4. One of the things, if you're Coach Tyler tonight, you have to guard against is a team looking ahead to Friday night. Anytime you see a team 2-14, you can't help but relax a little bit, and that's what he'll have to overcome tonight. Henderson dumps it down low, not able to get the shot off. Got it back to Henderson, tried to go reverse layup, blocked by Westmoreland. Follow-up shot is off the mark. Camper finally comes away with it. Vince going to push it up in a hurry. He's got Barber flashing in for the layup. Excellent assist that time from Camper to Barber, and Barber the beneficiary there. He's got 4, and it's 11-4. Steal by McThune. Gets it up to Camper. Campers takes it stronger, and he dunks it home.
Wow.
Little reverse dunk there by Vince. His first bucket of the night is 13-4, and Hernando takes a timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. 13-4 Chargers, 3:36 to go in the first quarter.
We'd like to mention by Candlelight and Gifts in the Heritage Center. Go by and see Sharon and Eric and all the staff for all of your Valentine's gifts and more. Candles and all types of gift items. Big Valentine's selection at Candlelight and Gifts in the Heritage Center off West Jackson, just behind Applebee's here in Oxford. By Candlelight and Gifts, a proud sponsor here of Oxford Charger basketball. Also, Dunny Guest and staff with a big super sale going on at Hunters Hollow through the middle of February. Go by and see Dunny Guest at Hunters Hollow, your complete hunting supply center right here in town. Proud to be a part of the game as well.
Full court pressure here by the Chargers. They lead by 9 now, their biggest lead. It's Cragen bringing it up. Nice pass off to Rogers. Rogers was caught in a double team and was fouled as he went to the bucket. So I don't think he was in the act of shooting. So it'll be inbounded underneath the basket. The foul is on Camper, his second. Henderson on the wing. Camper's on him. Three-pointer top of the key is off the mark. Too hard. Rebound Barber. Barber off to Camper. He'll push it up the floor in a hurry. Off to McThune. Back to Camper. Swinging it around to Barber. Camper now started to drive. He was cut off down low to Westmoreland. They double team him. 3-point shot. Camper is way off the mark. No good. Rebound comes down to Cragen. Henderson traveled, and a good call by the official. He looked around and wasn't expecting Camper to be there, and it forced him to turn it over, and Oxford gets it right back. 9-point Charger lead here at the 2:52 mark of the first quarter. Westmoreland comes to get it between the circles, swings it around, motion offense. Camper down low, missed the layup. Vince tried to rush it up there a little bit, wasn't able to get it down. Forbes now bringing it up. Forbes double teams, got to get rid of it. They got to get it across here, and they do not. 10-second call against Hernando, and so another forced turnover by the Charger defense gives it right back.
You know, Dunn, Oxford only losing a couple of key players from last year's state championship team, and you know, one of the men come in off the bench, but everybody else pretty much has had that big game experience, and it's really going to pay off here in the latter part of the season for Coach Tyler.
Yeah, you certainly hope so. This team, I don't think they've really played up to their potential yet. They've had some flashes of brilliance, but they can be a lot better. We know that. We saw these guys last year down the stretch, and they could have beat just about anybody, of course. And Westmoreland got the bucket. He's got 9. Foul called here against McThune. That'll be his first, team 4th. There's Forbes breaking under. Can't get it to go. The follow is good, though, by number 54, Ben Perry. Perry checked into the ball game and got the bucket. 15-6 now. Camper with the move, dumped it down low to Westmoreland, and 3 seconds, I believe, or maybe a foul. Official way out at half court, I think, called it. It is going to be a foul. Ben Perry, number 54, picked up the foul. McThune for 3 from the corner. No, won't go. Way up for the rebound, Coran. He can't finish. Out of bounds to Hernando. So Hernando gets it. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter, 15-6. Perry down low. Puts up a Kevin McHale move and gets it to go. About 3 spins, finally got it to fall. Shot up no good, and Camper struggling a little bit from outside here in the first quarter. Hernando back the other way. Here's Cragen flashing down the lane. No, can't finish. Westmoreland had the rebound knocked away. Follow-up shot is no good. Another opportunity. Finally, they got it to go. About 4 chances that time. And Rashawn Pruitt, who has checked in, got it to go down. And now the Tigers have gotten it within 5 at 15-10. So a 4-0 run, getting it a little bit closer. Coran out top. Foul down low is called away from the basketball. Foul is on Perry, his second, team 5th. In the Camper. Camper lost the handle, and then McThune not able to control it. So another turnover by the Chargers. They're struggling a little bit offensively right now with the score 15-10. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3-point shot right wing is no good. Camper gets the rebound. 30 seconds, pushes it up. 3-on-2 break here to Westmoreland. Westmoreland able to maneuver down low for the layup. He's got 11 here in the first quarter. 6'7" senior. Off to a good start. Long pass up the floor, knocked away by McThune. Camper comes up with it. He wants to push it. Off to Barber. Barber spins, throws up a left-handed shot. That won't go. That would have been pretty had he been able to knock that down. Rico McThune tried to call a timeout like you see in college all the time in midair, but they didn't give it to him. Hernando not able to break the pressure. Now he tried to do it again, I think, and he stepped out of bounds. Rico been watching some college games on ESPN.
I believe he has.
These high school officials not going for that mid-air timeout call, and so 2.6 seconds to go. Hernando's going to have to get up a quick shot. Instead, Coran steals it. Coran will heave one from half court, and it's almost good. He hit off the back iron, no good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 11 first quarter points for Andrew Westmoreland, and the Oxford Chargers on top of the Hernando Tigers 17-10. We'll take a break and come back in just a few moments. Second quarter underway here from Oxford High School. The Chargers on top, 17-10 over the Hernando Tigers, who came in just 2-14, but hanging in there pretty good right now, down only 7. Still very much in this basketball game as Henderson drives, gets it off, down low, shot is up, wild shot, no good. And a foul over the back called against Hernando's number 33, Sean O'Hara. Where have I heard that name before, Bill? Sean O'Hara.
Sean O'Hara from Hattiesburg, ran for governor twice in Mississippi. He's been to TV7. We've interviewed him a couple of times. And the only man I know, he and his dad both ran for governor at the same time on different tickets.
Well, I knew I'd heard that name somewhere before. 13 now for Westmoreland. He's got it down low.
But he's not Sean O'Hara, I know, is not very tall.
Well, neither is this one.
No.
There's a drive, a left-handed shot. A beautiful move there by number 24, Danny Forbes. 19-12. Ryan Nicholas has checked in. Bo Gibb also in as well. Coran, McThune, and Westmoreland finish out the 5 on the floor now for the blue and gold. There's a turnover. Here comes Cragen. Cragen down the lane, scoops it up, no good. Trying to be maybe a little too flashy right now with those scoops down the lane rather than just taking the simple layup, and that cost him that time.
I tell you, turnovers by Oxford, though, has kept the door open for Hernando. They are definitely in this ball game here as we are in the second quarter of play, and really trying to just stay within 5 or 6 points here of Oxford.
Yeah, the defense has been pretty good for Oxford, but the offense right now is really not clicking on all cylinders. Ball's loose down low. And there's really no reason Hernando should even be close to being able to rebound like they are down low, because they're size-wise, they don't have the height at all to match up with the Chargers. McThune will walk it up now. 6:20 to go here in the first half. Westmoreland got an open 3 and too long. Rebound comes down to Larry Henderson. Henderson working against McThune. He spins, turns, hanging jumpers, good. Nice move by Larry Henderson. Cuts a lead to 5 once again at 19-14. Camper getting ready to come back in for Coach Tyler. Gibb comes to get it. Nicholas got an open look left wing. No off the iron. Rebound, Gibb. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Left it short, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Oxford, they say. Looked like it was deflected out by Hernando, but they give it to the Tigers. Cragen gets it off now to number 21, who has checked in. That's Pruitt. Pruitt flashing down low, blew the layup. Had a good look down low and just missed everything. Coran back the other way, off to Gibb, threw it behind him and it's out of bounds. Another unforced turnover by the Chargers. Here at the 5:22 mark, and Ernest Hayes going to come back into the basketball game. Pruitt will go out after missing that wide open layup.
Well, Hernando's had some chances on their end, Don, but they've just blown some, as you saw that last one, easy layup opportunity. They've blown some good looks at the basket.
O'Hara hits another one. O'Hara with his Actually, that's his first bucket. He committed the foul a while ago. 19-16. That's the closest Hernando's been in a while. Down low, Westmoreland. Westmoreland can't get it to go, but he was fouled as he went up. Body contact on the attempt will result in 2 shots here, and O'Hara now picks up his second foul.
Westmoreland will get to see a little more people looking them dead in the eye Friday night with Ricky Hood and Braxton Robbins on the court. Should be some good matchups there with number 33 for Oxford.
Should be a good one.
Should be a real good one.
Really sorry that we can't be here for that one, as we will be there on Saturday, though, and that should be a good one as well against Winfield, Alabama, a top team in the state of Alabama.
You got to think somebody like that would have somebody that would stand out a little bit, have a standout player there in Winfield, Alabama. Be interesting to see.
Westmoreland hits them both. 15 points now on the night. 21-16. Henderson blocked by Westmoreland, and a jump ball is called. Possession error in favor of the Chargers. Good job defensively by Andrew. Camper down the lane, can't finish. Andrew Westmoreland the rebound, he puts it up and in. 17 now for Westmoreland. He's outscored Hernando, 23-16. Here come the Tigers back the other way. They had a little 3-on-2 and foul on the floor prior to Hayes dumping the pass off. The Chargers are over the limit, so 1-and-1 upcoming here. Oh, excuse me, that's just the 5th foul on the Chargers. Hernando's over the limit. And so no shots here. The foul is on Nicholas. That's his first. 6th foul against Oxford. Fayette County over in New Albany tonight in a non-regional game against the Bulldogs from New Albany. And they're having to deal with Chris Foote, who we saw the other night pour in 39 points in the game against Bruce.
Boy, did he want that 40th point, too. Don, it didn't quite get it, but, yeah, they better be ready for that young man. He is a player. He had a good game against Oxford.
23-16 with 4:09 to go. Hernando's going to now get possession. They thought it had gone to the Chargers, but going to give it to the Tigers here. Down 7 here, 4:09 to go. Trying to set up a screen. Jump shot is an air ball over the top. Rebound, though, controlled by the Tigers. Nice hesitation move. Beautiful move down low, but he can't finish. Forbes had a chance. Now Forbes spins baseline, throws it up and in. Forbes with his second bucket. He's got 4. Been a balanced attack for Hernando tonight. 7 different players have scored. Nobody with more than 4 points. Barber sets up for 3, too hard. Nobody blocked out Westmoreland, though, and he gets another offensive rebound. Tell you, Bill, Westmoreland has been all over the offensive boards down low, and we talked about the size advantage that the Chargers had, especially with Westmoreland at 6'7", and Oxford with nobody, or Hernando with nobody much over 6 foot tall.
Yeah, really, Andrew's got it tonight where he can really have his own way because nobody can guard him down there underneath, and he's showing that here in the first half of play. Really coming up big, using his size to full potential here for Oxford tonight, and having a great ball game, number 33.
Anthony Mitchell checks into the basketball game, and Nicholas will go out. Westmoreland now 3 out of 5 from the line. He's made his last 3 after missing the first 2. And he gets that one to go. 19 points on the night for Westmoreland. We're just in the first half. 25-18, 7-point advantage. Steal there, Camper gets it. Reverse pass behind his back to Westmoreland for the layup. Another assist for Vince. And Westmoreland has 21, and Hernando wants a timeout here as they see the Chargers going on a run here with 3:22 to go in the first half of play. Oxford on top now, 27-18. They've extended it out to 9 points.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Tyler here, to me, it looks like this is where you really want to pull away. You got a good run going, and put this game out of reach here, go into the locker room with a big double-digit lead, and that's definitely what he's got on his mind. So you can kind of take that second half and use some time and run some plays to get ready for a big challenge here Friday night. But, you know, they've got to put it away first, and they hadn't been able to do that yet.
Yeah, the first 3 games of the second half of the season have not been the level of competition to match up with the Chargers, really, but the next 2 of them are definitely will be. Nice move to the bucket that time, and Cragen able to finish. He's got 4, so that snaps a little Charger run, cuts it back to 7. Kemper comes to meet it. He wants to go one-on-one against Cragen. He pulls up for 3, top of the key, and bangs it home.
Wow.
Cragen wouldn't let him go by him, so instead Kemper took the 3. He's got 5. Actually, they only give him a 2. They say his foot was on the line, so 29-20. Here's Cragen, and we got a blocking foul, an illegal screen, I believe, called against Hernando, and I think they're going to put it on Ben Perry. Perry's got his 3rd, so he'll check out, and returning is Brandon Rogers. Chargers are in their bonus now, so they'll shoot 1-1. That was the 9th team foul against the Tigers. It'll be Vince Camper going to the free throw line. He has 4 points on the evening. The junior puts up the free throw and hits. Chargers now 5 out of 7. They've made their last 5 free throw attempts in the game. Second one's up, made them both. 6 points for Camper. 31-20, an 11-point Charger lead. Hernando breaks it across. They go inside to Rogers. Rogers can't finish. Rebound to Mitchell. He'll get it off to Camper with 2:20 to go here in the first half. Camper will bring it across. Goes right around his defender. Bounces it off the head of a Hernando player. Went to Westmoreland, but Westmoreland had it deflected away as he went up with it. Tigers will bring it up. It's number 12 who is checked in now. Thomas Bissett. There's a drive. Ball knocked away. Stolen. Barber pushing it up the floor in a hurry. Leaves it for Camper. Camper is hit on the way up. It looked like no foul. Ball sailed out of bounds, and Hernando will get it back. Camper thought he was fouled, but no call. 11-point Charger lead. Minute 55 to go, and they get it into Cragen. Ball knocked away. Camper with the steal. Camper off to Faulkner, who's checked in, and Faulkner lays it in. Barkley Faulkner with his first bucket. Sits. Center, backup center for the Chargers, or one of the 2 backup centers. You've got Bo Gibb also, who sees significant playing time for Coach Tyler. Bissett, they go down low to Rogers. Rogers turns and was pushed in the back. He'll get an inbound pass here. That's just the 6th foul against the Chargers, so no shots here. .22, Barber picks up the foul, the 6th foul on Oxford. 33-20, your score. We'll cut away here with a minute 18 remaining in the first half. You're watching Galaxy Cablevision Channel 12. Back in a moment. Minute 18, and a good inbound pass that time by Hernando. A good screen. And they found Larry Henderson, and Coach Tyler did not like that at all. And he wants a quick 30-second timeout to talk to his troops about that inbound pass. Henderson got wide open that time and got an easy bucket. Cuts the lead back to 11. You know, defensively, the Chargers are playing very well right now. They're able to force some turnovers, but offensively not really hitting on all cylinders at all so far tonight.
That's right. They've kind of struggled here in this first half of play because really, Don, they could have put this game away had offensively they've been playing like they have defensively, because as we talked earlier, such a size advantage and more athletic team here in Oxford. But they've allowed Hernando to stay in this one. Hernando has to feel good about that going into halftime.
Other than Westmoreland, who has 21 points, nobody else has done much offensively. There's a 3-point miss by Mitchell. And the ball will go out of bounds to Hernando. 11-point lead for the Chargers here as we get in the final minute. They left Cragen wide open, so he took a 3 and it rattled out. Rebound Camper. Camper pushing it up in a hurry. Barkley Faulkner couldn't control it. It was taken away by Cragen. Cragen triple teamed in the backcourt, and Coach Usselton trying to get a timeout as quickly as possible right there. It was right in front of the Hernando bench, and I think they awarded Hernando with the timeout. It is going to be a 30-second, I believe. 34 seconds to go here in the first half. Oxford on top 33-22, 21 of those by Andrew Westmoreland here, who's on the bench right now.
Well, once again, we do appreciate all of our fine sponsors bringing you the action here tonight from Oxford High School. And be sure and go by and thank each one that we talk about here tonight, and tell them you appreciate their business. A new sponsor, Huddle House on West Jackson, proud to be a part of the game tonight. Locally owned and operated, Huddle House here in Oxford. Go by and eat the finest in breakfast foods. Also, they've got great lunch and dinner menus as well. The Huddle House on West Jackson. Go by, open, I believe, 24/7. And tell them we sent you by. The Huddle House right here in Oxford. Proud to be a part of the sponsorship of Oxford basketball this year.
Want to encourage all the fans to come out and watch Charger basketball for the second half of the season. We're going to have some good games here, and of course, seeing it in person is even better. So come on out and enjoy Oxford Charger basketball and Fayette County basketball, whoever your team might be in the area. And we're hoping for a deep playoff run again. Camper with the steal and a foul. So Vince is going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity here.
Camper been kind of quiet here, Dunn, in the first half of play. You know, of course, we predicted last year he would make that Dandy Dozen list, and he did. But he's been kind of quiet here in the first half. And you got to think maybe he's saving some of it for down the road.
Yeah, he's been quiet offensively as far as scoring, but he's had numerous assists and has really set up some others with some easy buckets. So you got to give Vince some credit for that, as he can break down the defense and find the open man about as well as anybody.
That's a good player when you're really balanced as he is, when you don't have to have all the big points every night, but you can do it in other ways as well.
35-22 now with 12 seconds to go. That's 8 points now for Camper as he's hit his last 4 free throws. There goes Henderson down the lane, throws it up no good. 1 second to go, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Halftime here at Oxford High School. The Chargers have played well defensively and forced Hernando into some turnovers, and they've opened it up to a 13-point halftime lead here in the opening game of the season in regional play. 35-22, Oxford on top. And let's give you some first half stats here real quickly. First of all, for Hernando, a balanced attack tonight for the Tigers. Larry Henderson had 4 points in the first half. Danny Forbes with 4. Crandall Cragen with 4 points. Ben Perry had 4 as well. 2 points for Brandon Rogers, 2 for Rashawn Pruitt, and 2 points for Sean O'Hara. Hernando's only foul trouble 3 on Ben Perry. For the Chargers, they were led by Andrew Westmoreland, who tallied 21 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Vince Camper had 8, 4 for 4 from the line. Chris Barber, 2 baskets for 4 points. And Barkley Faulkner also had a bucket for 2 points. The Chargers 8 out of 10 from the free throw line, 80%. We're going to have a halftime guest for you here. All TV7 wide receiver Jason Keller of the Oxford Chargers is going to join us. But first, let's take a station break, and we'll be back here with the second half, and we'll talk to Jason here in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone, here to Oxford High School, where we're at halftime. The Chargers on top, 35-22, and we're joined by all TV7 wide receiver Jason Keller, who had a great year for the Oxford Chargers. And first of all, Jason, I know you guys would have rather had a lot better year, but it was still an improvement, and you could see the team getting better toward the end of the season.
Yes, sir. We had a couple of close games at the beginning, and we just had to get over that hump and learn and get that one win under our belts. And once we got that first win on our belts, it was a whole lot easier when we came out to play on Friday nights.
Well, it seemed like, Jason, every time this team needed a big play, you were able to come up with it. Big run against Hernando, big run against Shannon after the catch. Talk a little bit about the passing game this year and how you worked well with Turner Barnes.
Me and Turner worked well. We worked out a little bit this summer when a lot of people weren't up here. He threw routes through the summer. And passing league, we had 7-on-7 passing league. They helped a lot. And just when times are hard, Turner audible look at me, hey, we're gonna get you the ball, see if we can try something new.
Well, you guys were able to make some big plays throughout the year, and were able to make it into the playoffs. You played a very tough team there in the first round, and came home. But it was good to get in the playoffs your senior year, I know.
Yeah, it was a good feeling, especially after the Fed win. We just didn't have the power that Louisville had it. And, Louisville had been in the playoffs at times before, and we had a young team entering the playoffs. We didn't know what was going.
Well, Jason, talk a little bit about next year. I know you're hoping to extend that playing career on to the college level next year and play on Saturday. What's some of the prospects now? What's some of the things you're thinking about maybe extending the career next year?
I talked to Coach Nilton at Memphis State and Arkansas. I talked to Coach Krause earlier. And UAB, I've been talking to them. I took a visit there earlier in football season. There's a couple more here, a couple 2 D2 colleges, but as far as D1, Memphis State, UAB, and
well, most of the guys looking at you probably as a wide receiver or a defensive back, you think?
Wide receiver. It's more wide receiver because I played defense, but unless I don't know what'll happen in the next 4 years.
Well, definitely we're looking forward to it. And hopefully we'll be able to see you on Saturday, of course, and wherever it might be. And Jason, congratulations on a great senior year. We enjoyed watching you, and good luck to you next year, okay?
Thanks a lot.
Okay, we're going to take a break and come back and talk to Coach Nelson right after this break. Welcome back here at halftime, everyone. We're joined now by head coach Jeff Nelson of the Oxford Lady Chargers. Now 16-5 on the season, 16-2 in the state of Mississippi, and coach, tonight pretty much a one-sided affair, but a good tune-up here for a couple of big games, and one especially this Friday night against Tupelo.
Well, I was glad to get to play a lot of people tonight, and we didn't do our normal substitution. We left the starters for a couple of quarters because I thought they needed to get tired before we played Tupelo on Friday. And then we went ahead and subbed, and they sat the rest of the game. So it worked out pretty good. And like you said, I was glad to get to play a lot of people. Of course, it'll be somewhat different on Friday.
Absolutely, but the defense seemed to be there tonight. You were able to force some turnovers with your full court pressure, get a lot of layups. I know Yoshika had a lot of layups there in the first half, 17 first half points.
Yeah, I thought that they played pretty well. You know, they could have come out in this game and probably sat back on defense and not played very hard and still won the game. And I was glad that they had some intensity about them. They played really well since Christmas. This will be a heavy test. I tell you, I think Tupelo girls, in my opinion, I talked to Nancy Gray today, and I told her, and I mean this, I honestly think that's the best team I've seen in this area in 10 years. They're really unbelievable talent-wise. So they'll have to be a little off, and we'll have to play extremely good not to get embarrassed, but we're going to give it a good effort.
Well, it's always good to have them here on your home floor, and of course, we were talking about earlier, they're about 22, 23-0, I'm not sure, but if you go back to last year, they've got a pretty long winning streak going, so they're not accustomed to losing very much.
No, and you know, in the past, it's been usually good games when we played, and usually we've come out on top most of the time, but boy, she's hit a run right here. I'm telling you, she does a tremendous job, and she's got great athletes to do it with right now, so she's just having a great run. I tell you, it'll really surprise me if anybody around here is able to knock them off unless you catch them on a bad night.
Right, and Coach, we talked about this was the first region game in Region 1-4A tonight, and you're going to be heavy into the regional games throughout the next few weeks going in before the playoffs, and it's important to get that top seed because you get to bye there in the first round.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about that, and I'm going to tell you, in the past, I've not really been one of those people that's thought that winning the the regular season or coming out number one in the regular season was real important because it never really mattered. That district was so tough. At one time, we had 5 teams in the top 20 in girls in that district. Well, that's fallen off a great deal. I mean, none of the teams are at that level. So it may be very important, I told my girls today, for us to end up with that one spot because there may be a huge difference in the number 2 team and the number 4 team this time, and used to it what?
Right. Well, who do you think are going to be the teams to beat down the stretch this year? I know we haven't seen any of the other teams in the region this year so far.
Well, I mean, basing it on what I've been told just from talking to other people, Alcorn Central and Lafayette girls probably would be the teams that we would need to beat to do well in the district. I think that maybe Shannon the other night, I think Lafayette beat them pretty good. Now, I don't know anything about Saltillo. First time they've been around us as far as playing, we've never played them. So I'm basing that strictly on what somebody else says.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us here at halftime. We're about ready for the second half. Congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck to you guys. And maybe you can pull off the upset Friday night.
Well, we're going to try.
Thanks a lot, Coach Nelson.
Thank you.
We'll take a break and be back here with the second half right after this. Second half underway. We want to thank Jason Keller and Coach Nelson for joining us as we get underway here in the second half. Oxford on top, 35-22 as we open the second half. McThune off the motion offense gets the bank shot to fall. Rico McThune, who was held scoreless in the first half, gets the big bucket to start the second half, and that extends the lead out to 15. Full court pressure, steal by Oxford. Gets it off to Coran. Coran missed the layup. He was a little off balance. Comes back to Camper. Camper dumps it down low to Barber. Shot blocked. Rebound Coran. Stuck it up and in. Or actually, that's Barber, excuse me. Barber got the bucket. He's got 6. 39-22, and you can tell Oxford has turned it up a little bit here in the second half. Hernando has not got it across half court yet. The Chargers have already scored 4 quick points, so 17-point lead now for Oxford.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to take over right here as they should done. Trying to take the game over and put this ball game away while you got a chance here early in the second half.
Alley-oop pass to Camper. Camper had to come down with it, then try to go back up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Hernando. Larry Henderson out top, guarded by McThune. Gets the screen. He has an open look, right wing. Westmoreland stepped out, but Henderson buried it. 3-pointer for Larry Henderson. 7 points now for him, and that cuts the lead back to 15. Coran tries to answer. No, Westmoreland, though. The follow rattled out, no good. McThune among the trees, came out of there with it. Westmoreland wide open from 3-point land. Short, no good. He missed another one. And a rebound to Hernando. Here goes Cragen down the paint. Nice move by Cragen. He's got 6. And Hernando comes right back to cut it back to 13. Here's Camper. Dumps it down low to Coran. Coran can't get the shot off. McThune will try the 3. It's off the mark, no good. The Chargers cold. And outside here to open the second half. They missed 3 in a row now from behind the line. Shot is up and good.
Wow.
3-point basket for Danny Forbes. 8-0 run now for Hernando. They've cut it to 10. After falling behind 18, they're right back to within 10. Camper swings it around to McThune. McThune sails it and it goes out of bounds. Untouched. Actually, yeah, it was untouched. I thought maybe they were going to say it was deflected, but no. Hernando will have it. Full court pressure here by the Chargers. Look like a 2-2-1 press. Cragen will work it up. He gets it across. Chargers trapping once they get it across quite a bit here when they get in the corner. In the man-to-man defense. Here's Cragen. Long 2-pointers up off the iron, no good. Rebound, Barber comes down with it. Barber comes out of there with it. Off to Westmoreland, dumps it to McThune. McThune trying to find an opening, can't do it. He'll set up the half-court offense. Barber for 3, short. Got it right back, spins, puts it up the left hand, left it short. Another missed opportunity, back come the Tigers. And the Tigers Out of bounds, last touch by Oxford, and I'm not sure that the Chargers needed to go for that one. Looked like that Forbes may have lost the dribble, but Camper dove for it and lost it out of bounds, so Hernando will maintain possession. They get it in the middle to Henderson. Henderson travels as he tried to gather the basketball down in the paint, and he lost it on the turnover. Gives it back to the Chargers. Barber to Camper in the corner. Camper drives baseline, hanging jumpers up and good. 10 points for Vince Camper. 41-29, it's back up to 12. Steal by McThune. Rico battling for it. Doing some Globetrotter impersonations. Wow. Three-pointer Camper, no good. McThune again in the paint. Can't get it to go. He's really hustling right now. All over the floor, getting the rebound there for a guy only about 5'9", 5'10", was right up in there to grab that rebound and just could not get the shot to fall. And so Hernando with possession now here at the 4-minute 6-second mark. Duran picked up a foul, his second. Full court pressure by the Chargers. Hernando pull-up jumper and it won't go as Hayes tried to get it off over Westmoreland. Hayes stole it right back though. Good job by Hayes. Three-point shot by Forbes is good. Danny Forbes connects from three-point land, and it's a 9-point ball game. Can't put these Tigers away. 41-32. Camper trying to get a screen here. Down low to Westmoreland. He got good position. Westmoreland, though, had his shot blocked. Official setting a screen that time.
I believe he was.
There goes Henderson with the scoop, and he got it to go. Larry Henderson. I believe these guys are watching old 76er games from the 70s with these moves. Three-point shot is short, no good. Here's Barber. He follows again and gets it to fall. Well, Chris not able to hit the three, but he stayed with it. Got the finish. He's got 8 points. 43-34, and we got a whistle. Hernando will keep it. 2:50 to go here in the third quarter. And Ben Perry checks back in, replacing Brandon Rogers. Perry's playing with 3 fouls. Forbes comes to meet it. Gets it back to Cragen. Cragen splits the defenders. 4-on-1 break now. Off to Perry for the layup. Ben Perry makes his presence felt here early. 6 points, and it's a 7-point game. 43-36. Westmoreland. He's going to shoot a three, left wing, got it. He just stepped up, shot it right over Perry, who has a big size differential. 24 points now for Westmoreland. Henderson bounces it off the leg of Camper and out of bounds. 10-point Charger lead, a big bucket there by Westmoreland. Here's Cragen, and Cragen's going to be fouled as he made his move to the basket. Foul is on Barber. Second on Chris. Second foul against the Chargers. Hernando is yet to commit a foul here in the second half. Forbes on the baseline, guarded by Camper. Gets it off to Cragen. Cragen dumps it down low. Tried to go back outside. Camper with a steal. Camper 2-on-2 break. Down the paint, a runner in the lane is off the back iron, no good. Camper got it back though. Still can't get it to fall. Oxford keeps it though. Camper will get a third chance, and finally he goes up and puts it in. Vince a little lame coming up. He may have hurt his ankle. He's been playing on a tender ankle most of the season. 12 points for Camper, and I believe we're going to have a timeout. 30-second timeout. They may have called it because Camper was limping around.
Yeah, you can tell he's hurting. He is really favoring that ankle, Don. He's going to have to come out of the game. Camper there struggling here with that ankle injury. He's going to have to be replaced.
He was limping in the last game we did here back before Christmas, so that's been an ongoing injury. Perry couldn't get it to finish. Ball's loose. 3-point shot and a foul called on Gibb. Gibb went out to block the shot, and that's one of the cardinal sins of basketball there. You never want to foul a guy shooting a 3-point shot. And so it'll be 3 free throws coming up here for Ernest Hayes.
Well, just as with Oxford came out, looked like they were going to put it away. Hernando found a second surge of energy right back in this one. And Hernando really doing a good job fighting their way back in the game. And really have made a game of it here in this third quarter of play.
Believe it or not, that's the first free throw of the night for Hernando. Ernest Hayes puts it in. Second one's up, and he got it to go. Chance to get it under 10 here with this one, and he does. Hayes hit all 3, and it's a 9-point game again. Minute 21 to go in the third quarter, 48-39. McThune running the point now. Down low to Westmoreland. Good look to Westmoreland. They got a screen along the baseline and found Andrew there. He got the bucket and the foul to boot, and a chance to get those 3 points back here in a hurry. 26 now for Westmoreland.
And you can see down on the far side of the court, Camper getting some treatment there done down on the floor, trying to get that ankle back and get back in the game here.
Westmoreland misses the free throw, and the other 4 players were all over at the bench talking to Coach Tyler, so nobody underneath the rebound. That shows some confidence they have in Westmoreland, thinking he's going to make the free throw, but not this time. Down the paint, that's a nice move by Crandall Cragen. Camper may be ready to come back in here in a minute. He's got some attention over there by the trainers. McThune sitting down, turns it over, 4-on-1 break. Forbes off to Hayes, and Hayes lays it in. Well, the longer this team hangs around, the more confidence they're going to get, and right now they're down only 7. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Coran down low to Westmoreland again. Same play they had a while ago, and he'll go back to the free throw line. Well, they're getting some good screens along the baseline and getting Andrew coming across the lane down on the block. And twice now the entry pass has been perfect to him, and he'll get to the free throw line.
It really has. Just unfortunate he couldn't make that one fall, but he will get the shot at the free throw line. Andrew once again trying to lead his team here in this second half of play. But Hernando very determined here, but they can't seem to get but within about 7 points, and then Oxford gets back on the scoreboard.
Westmoreland has been the offense tonight. 27, make it 28. Without him, you have to think the Chargers might be in trouble in this basketball game. Up 9 now. Eight seconds to go. Chargers need a stop right here. This is Forbes in the corner. Forbes thought about the 3, now fires, no good, and they're not able to get off the follow-up shot before the horn sounds. So that's the end of the third quarter. Hernando, though, able to cut into the lead just a bit. And your score after 3 quarters of play, Oxford 52, Hernando 43. Let's take you to a break. We'll be back with more high school basketball right after these messages. We're underway here in the fourth quarter. Hernando with the basketball to start the fourth quarter of play. Henderson down the lane, and they're going to get him for steps. Traveling against Larry Henderson. So the ball goes over 2. The Chargers here on the turnover, and McThune will walk it up the floor. Chargers by 9 as we open the fourth quarter. Westmoreland fakes the 3, then pulls up from 13 and hits inside the lane. He's got 30. 54-43. They go inside to O'Hare, off to Henderson, blocked by Westmoreland, out of bounds.
Well, instead of having the game out of reach, Oxford just struggling to keep a lead and win this ball game here tonight.
Forbes not able to hit from the baseline. McThune up the floor, bounces it off to Jones, and we got a foul as Laterra Jones took it to the hoop. And he's going to get 2 shots here at the 7:05 mark of the 4th quarter. Hernando has been able to cut into that lead, but they haven't been able to get it under about 6 or 7. Free throw no good for Jones. Second free throw, missed them both. Rebound to Hernando. Cragen, nice move down the lane, gets it to fall. Crandall Cragen has 10. He and Forbes with 10 each to lead Hernando. It's a 9-point game again, and ball knocked out of bounds that time by Forbes. Our next game, we've talked about it earlier, in Winfield, Alabama versus the Oxford Chargers. That'll be coming up next Thursday night at 8 o'clock and Saturday morning at 9 as well. And that'll be over in the Hotbed Classic in New Albany. Macomb was supposed to play in the tournament. We were looking forward to seeing Jackie Butler, the 6'10 junior center from Macomb, who will be one of the top prospects next year, but they backed out, so Oxford picks up Winfield, Alabama instead, a quality opponent from the state of Alabama. Camper got the nice floater. He's got 14 now in the game. He and Westmoreland combined for 44 of the 56. 3-point shot for Cragen, spins out, no good. McThune another rebound. Rico comes out of there. Gets it off to Camper. Camper, a one-on-one move down the lane, throws up a floater, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Henderson comes out of there with it for the Tigers. Gets it up to Cragen. Cragen, bounce pass out. And we got a whistle and a blocking foul is called against Coran as Bassett made his way to the hoop. So Coran will pick up his 3rd personal foul. It's been a well-played game as far as not many fouls called, and that's always what you like to see as a fan and as a coach. McThune now is down. He was shaken up a little bit. Not sure if he may have turned an ankle or what happened, but he's on his feet now. Looks like he's okay. I think he might have just got hit in the face is what happened, because he's walking okay. I think he might have just took a head to the nose, and he's going to go out and shake it off and probably come back in here at the next opportunity. Oh, a beautiful fake that time, and they found Forbes wide open for the layup. Excellent ball fake that time by the inbounder. And the lead back under 10 again. It's 9, 56-47. Down low they go, and a layup in the bucket for Lance Lee. Lee, another big man, is checked in at 6'7" into the basketball game, got the bucket. Bassett, guarded closely by Coran. There is Cragen, high off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound, stuck it up, missed it again. Rebound Lance Lee. Lee to Coran. Mitchell's going to try a 3. Short, no good. Rebound Bassett. Got a man wide open up the floor. Waited too late to make the pass. And stepping in to steal it was Anthony Mitchell. Mitchell now brings it across for the Chargers. Beautiful dish to Camper, but a little bit behind him. Vince then hangs, and he's called for traveling. Checking into the ball game now is number 14, Brandon Hendricks. Forbes comes to meet the pass. 11-point Charger lead here with 4:25 to go. Forbes with two different kind of shoes on, I believe. Or maybe it just looks that way. Yeah, I think they're black on the outside and white on the inside. I don't know if I've seen those before there, Bill.
I've been trying to figure those out all night. Definitely different colors there.
I thought maybe you had a pair.
He didn't get those from me. Mine's too big.
Forbes now will swing it back out to Hendricks. Forbes, I'm thinking about shooting that three, but Mitchell's right there with him. They go down to Henderson. Henderson backing his way in. Strong move and a bucket. Larry Henderson just backed his way in and a strong move to the hoop. He's got 11. Back to a 9-point advantage for the Chargers, but the clock now starting to become a factor. 3:48 to go. Hernando is hung in, but not able to cut much off that deficit as Camper takes it strong, and he got the bucket and the foul. So Camper with a chance for a 3-point play here, and that's a big basket for the Chargers. 16 now in the game for Camper. Foul is on number 51, Brandon Rogers, his third. We'll try to catch up with Coach Tyler at the conclusion of this one, time permitting. 60-49, free throws up and good. 17 for Camper. Chargers now 11 out of 16 from the free throw line here in the ball game. Turnover by Hendricks. Coran driving layup, rejected, but a foul. Cragen got the block, but he also got him with the body. And so Coran's going to go to the free throw line here to shoot two.
Well, nice quick hands there by Coran, and yeah, he had that one all day long, and a hard foul there, but Coran will go to the line. Oxford just will hopefully pull this out, Dunn, but it's been a struggle here in the second half as they've not played and put it away like we thought they might, and Hernando hanging in the ball game. A couple of guys for Hernando keeping the team in. Oxford having to battle this one out for 4 quarters.
Coran hits both free throws, his first 2 points of the night. 63-49, now it's up to 14. Hernando's going to have to start thinking about some three-pointers. Chargers a good free throw shooting team and very difficult to foul down the stretch because they shoot free throws very well. Cragen looking for a screen, gets around and dumped the pass off, and that's going to be a foul, but a non-shooting foul. The 6th against Oxford, so no free throws coming up here for Hernando. Faulkner and Nicholas are going to come back in. Westmoreland's going to check out along with Coran. That's the first foul on Andrew Westmoreland. Well, if Westmoreland may be done for the night, if he does, he'll finish with 30. Another good outing for him. We got an offensive foul here on Anthony Mitchell. He elbowed, pushed off with that left arm, and they caught him. And Mitchell picks up his first. Zach Joyner now will check into the ball game for Oxford. Not many teams can come off the bench with the size that Coach Tyler can. Comes in with another big man in Joyner. Jumper is good for Danny Forbes coming off the screen. 14 points for Forbes. 63-51, it's a 12-point lead. 2:45 to go, and Camper's just going to dribble it out and make him come out and get him. Henderson will. Camper drives, tried to go down low. It was deflected out of bounds. Officials unsure. He just kind of pointed straight up and then finally pointed in Oxford's favor. Camper's gonna just yo-yo it up and down out top. Wait for Henderson to come to him. Gets around Henderson, puts up a 10-footer, no good. Lee the follow, got it. Lance Lee on the boards to stick it back up and in with his second field goal of the night.
Well, Lance Lee's another big body. As we said, Coach Tyler can stick in. He's got some size on the bench. Lee doing a good job using his size there to come back and get the bucket for Oxford.
Kind of reminds you a little bit of Josh Ivey, who played last year, came in and did some great rebounding for the Chargers. Lee now in the open floor, and it went right off the hands of Joyner and out of bounds.
Yeah, and you never know when those guys will really come into factor in the big games. Josh Ivey had some critical plays in Jackson too, Don, so good experience here for Lee to get in this game and get some time.
Yeah, he did. And that's what you want to do if you're a high school basketball coach. You want to be improving every game, and you want to peak when you get to the playoffs, and especially the regional tournament, because like we talked about with Coach Nelson earlier, regular season record really doesn't mean a whole lot other than seeding you for the tournament, because you still have to finish in the top 2 of that tournament. And both of these teams are getting into regional play now. Faulkner got the layup in the bucket. Barkley Faulkner with his second basket. He's got 4 now. It's a 16-point Charger lead with 1:28 to go. 67-51. 3-point shot from the corner is no good. Camper the rebound. Just over a minute to play. Camper brings it across. Camper still limping.
Well, he had a big spurt there, Don. I think he hurt his ankle there once again. He's really hurting there.
Now, I'm not sure if he's not cramping up instead of ankle injury, because I saw him stretching him out a while ago, almost like he had a cramp the way they were stretching his toe down. But I know he is a little gimpy nevertheless, and will go out of the basketball game. A good night, though, for Vince. 17 points. And he'll continue to get some attention here from the training staff. Seems to be in some agony right now over in the corner. 55 seconds to go. Chargers by 16. Chargers are going to win it. They're going to go to 15-6 on the year, 1-0 in region play. Hanging shot in the lane is good for Thomas Bissett. His first bucket of the night, 67-53. Nicholas with it. Gives it up to Latera Jones. Jones down the lane. Scoop shot is good. Jones with his first basket. 69-53. Here's Henderson back the other way. Henderson takes it strong. No, wouldn't go, but he was fouled. And Larry Henderson goes to the free throw line. 23.2 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Oxford is on top by 16.
Well, you know, to be outsized, Forbes and Henderson have played some good ball here tonight for Hernando and keeping their team somewhat in this ball game. Oxford pulled away here late in the fourth quarter, but Henderson, number 23 there, has had a good game here tonight for his club. To not have a whole lot of height, he's played some good ball.
69-54. One more here for Henderson. And it is no good. He missed it. Rebound out of bounds off of Faulkner. Hernando will keep it. Down 15 here with 21 ticks remaining. That was their first missed free throw of the night, albeit they've only shot 5. Good look from the corner here, no good, and it's going to be a pushing foul underneath. And I think they may have called it on Lance Lee. They did, number 44, Lee. And the Chargers are over the limit, so 1-1 coming up. Official was not paying attention. One of them, he did not signal that it would be a 1-1. Cragen looked at him like, shouldn't we be shooting? But he didn't say anything. And so now, a couple of free throws coming up here for Hernando with 18 seconds remaining. The clock really should be reset, but they may not worry about it with the big lead. Free throw was good for Ben Perry. 69-55 it should be, I think. Second one no good. Actually, I guess they didn't give him either one of them. Faulkner with it. Gets it across. Now Faulkner has it now. Lee's going to try a three-pointer. No good. Rebound to Jones. Jones is lost it on the way up. Hernando dribbling up, and we got a foul. Foul before the shot. So it's academic, but they should get some free throws anyway. Foul did occur before the horn went off. No doubt about that, I think. And so Forbes is going to be at the free throw line. 69-54. And he missed the first one. He'll get at least one more. I'm not sure if they said he was in the act of shooting or not. And he missed them both.
Ball game.
That's your ball game. Oxford wins it. Don't know that I remember seeing the game end that way before, but the Chargers win it 69-54 over the Hernando Tigers, and they go to 15-6 on the year, 1-0 in Region 1-4A. And there's our player of the game, Andrew Westmoreland, 30 points on the night to lead the Chargers in that department as they win it by 15 over the Hernando Tigers. Let's give you some final stats. The Tigers were led by Danny Forbes, who had 14 points on the night to lead the Tigers. 12 points for Larry Henderson, 10 for Crandall Cragen, 7 points for Ben Perry, 5 points for Ernest Hayes, 2 points each for Brandon Rogers, Thomas Bissett, Rashawn Pruitt, and Sean O'Hara. Hernando was 4 out of 8 from the free throw line, 50% on the night. They dropped to 2 and 15 on the season. For the Chargers, they were led by Andrew Westmoreland, who scored 30 points tonight to lead Oxford in that department. 17 out of Vince Camper. 8 points for Chris Barber on 4 buckets. 4 points for Barkley Faulkner. 4 for Lance Lee. 2 points for Anthony Coran on 2 free throws. 2 points for Rico McThune. And 2 points for Laterra Jones. The Chargers were 13 out of 18 on the night. They're now 15-6 on the season. We'll take a break here as you're watching Oxford Charger basketball on Galaxy Cablevision Channel 12. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone, to the post-game show. We're joined by our player of the game, Andrew Westmoreland. 30 points tonight as the Chargers win it 69-54. And Andrew, this is their third game back now after the long layoff, and the team's not playing at the top of their game, but you want to work your way back here as district play began tonight.
Yes, sir. The last 2 games we played pretty well. Tonight we we didn't play so well. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know what our problem is. Inconsistent play, I guess. But I think we can get it worked out.
Well, the defensive pressure was there, and it did force a lot of turnovers against Hernando tonight. So that's something, the full court press. When it's working, you guys seem to get easy shots, and that's when you're playing your best.
Yes, sir. That's definitely one of the things Coach Tyler stresses. We work on that in practice a lot. He's stressed full court, man, from here on out. And we know that's going to be the key
big game,
for us.
Big game coming up Friday night against Tupelo. Always a big matchup between 2 top programs, and this year they're coming to your place. Do you think you guys might have been looking ahead a little bit, or were you even thinking about them?
Yes, sir. We might have been guilty of that a little bit. I know I was. I can't speak for my teammates, but that's definitely a game I've been looking forward to for a while.
Well, it always is an exciting game, and then, of course, Saturday you got Winfield, Alabama, another tough opponent. We'll be there for that one over in Hernando, so that should be an exciting game as well. Have you all looked at them at all, or are you still pretty much focusing on Tupelo right now?
We're definitely focused on Tupelo. The last few days of practice, we put a lot of different offensive sets in to deal with Tupelo and talking about how to guard them. So we're definitely looking to Tupelo and not to Winfield.
Well, Andrew, probably not the prettiest game, but you're still a victory. You're 1-0 now in region play, and I know the goal is to win your region, go in as the #1 seed, and draw that bye in the first round.
Yes, sir. It's the win that counts. You know, it doesn't matter if it's ugly or pretty or what, and it was ugly tonight.
Just like the Oakland Raiders said, just win, baby, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, congratulations, Andrew, on a player of the game, and it's good talking to you. We'll look forward to seeing you again Saturday as Oxford will take on Winfield, Alabama.
All right, thank you.
All right. We'll take a break, talk to Coach Tyler when we come back. Welcome back, everyone, here to Oxford High School. The Chargers victorious tonight, 69-54. We're joined by head coach Drew Tyler now, whose team 15-6, third game back from the break, coach, and not your best effort tonight probably, but a win's a win. You're 1-0 in region play now. Talk a little bit about this game.
Well, you know, I'm pleased that we're 1-0 in the district, and I think it was kind of the good and the bad, or the pretty and the ugly. And I think Westmoreland really set the tone in the paint, and he's done that for us this year with the graduation of Ivy and Denton. And Andrew really showed a lot of leadership through his performance and even being verbal on the court. And by him getting points in the paint, it really opened some guard play up. But we played in spurts, and we can't do that, and we won't be able to do that against above-average teams, and especially in district and 4A also.
30 points tonight for Andrew. It was a great effort, and the defensive pressure seemed to be there at points, and you made some good forced some turnovers and were able to get some easy baskets at times.
Right, we were, and coming off Christmas break, we've really put, kind of pushed the issue with other teams and their offensive schemes, because we've gone baseline to baseline, even with our 6-7 kids in, and a lot of jump trapping and wanting to get the steal and capitalize off of it. And I think we did that tonight, but we'd get up 14-15. We got up 17 one time, and then we allowed them to go on a 7-0 run. And I thought that kind of fueled them for the rest of the game to hang out, around an 8-point deficit. And, that game is good. We're 1-0 in the district, but that can set you up if you don't learn from it. So that's what we'll work on Wednesday and Thursday in practice.
Well, Coach, do you think some of the teams, you're looking to here at high school guys, and they look at a team, they read the papers, they're 2-14, and you got Tupelo coming up Friday. I know Andrew said he could have been a little bit guilty of maybe looking ahead and overlooking a team that comes in 2-14.
We could all be like that, and possibly we were, but that's why I geared more of less scouting report and more worried about Oxford, making sure we're taking care of home base and hustling and doing the things that we've taught from day one. There's a lot of coaches that don't do any scouting because it may set you up, and you may think the other team doesn't have a chance, or you may think you don't have a chance with them. So right now we're more worried about Oxford and getting us ready for, and even going into the Tupelo game. I think if we come in and make Tupelo play our game, we've got a chance to beat a good Tupelo team Friday night.
Should be a great game here Friday night. I want to wish all the fans, encourage the fans to come out, and then Saturday you turn right around, another quality opponent. You take on a ranked team out of Alabama and Winfield, and of course we'll be there for that one.
Right. It is. We've played in the hotbed for a few years past, and we always have Tupelo, and then we caught Columbus last year, and now Winfield, Alabama, which is ranked 9th in Alabama. And so once again, I think this is a huge measuring stick late in the season, and it gets you ready for your district tournament.
Coach, as always, we appreciate it. Look forward to seeing the Chargers again on Saturday, and as they take on Winfield, Alabama. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's going to do it here from Oxford High School. The girls and boys both win over Hernando. And until next time, for Bill Morgan, I'm Don Brooks, saying so long, everyone.